Hello, welcome back for Unit 7 of our Contemporary World course here at Waldorf University Online. And this week we're going to be talking about independence movements, and we've got a few different things to accomplish and move closer to the end of the course. So first up, discussion board as usual. First post due by Saturday, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Follow-up post due Tuesday, as we've gotten pretty used to. We've been doing a good job there. Make sure you're getting those in. And our question this week is, how did the Cold War influence nationalist movements for independence in Africa? Did each superpower impact the region similarly or differently? So this is where, again, we're kind of taking these powers of the United States and the USSR, or Soviet Union, and how are they supporting these different movements that are taking place as African independence emerges during the time period we're studying. So I think that's a pretty straightforward question. As you're getting into the text, make sure you're paying attention to those types of things. Come with a couple of different examples. Let's have a good conversation there. You're also going to be talking about African independence movements in the Unit 7 assessments. This is another kind of short answer. Again, as I've been saying all along, make sure you're just not too overly focused on the word count. Be thinking about how you can build out and fully answer the question. So the question is very open-ended this week on that assessment. How did the emergence of independent states affect the people of Africa? So if you want to talk about a specific example or two, I think that can usually be enough to get the job done there. That's going to be due Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard as usual. Make sure you're bringing in evidence, supporting your points well, developing your analysis, all those things we've been talking about. We've been doing a pretty good job with in the course so far. Keep carrying that on. The other thing you've got is your Unit 7 essay. And this is a little bit different exercise. So this is maybe more creative, where the prompt is kind of like, you've just been elected to be the next Secretary General of the United Nations. You've been charged to end the conflict in the Middle East. Big job on the first day. Consider the following issues in the Middle East and select one you might try to resolve. So your options are the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which obviously is something that's ongoing at the moment and has been going for well over a half century now, well over maybe centuries now. You could also talk about the Sunni-Shiite split within Islam. You could talk about the relationship between oil and natural resources and the West, and the continuing U.S. and Russian competition for influence among different powers in that region. If you want to expand that out and talk about different powers as well, if you wanted to talk about China or other European nations also competing for influence with Middle Eastern countries, that's fine too. Pick one of those four options, and then talk about why it's the first issue you'd resolve. So how can you solve this issue to create a productive, peaceful future? Why'd you choose the issue? If there's another issue that's not listed that needs attention before you can resolve this issue, identify that as well. And then also be sure to identify any important significance between the issue and the geographic location from which it stems. Keep in mind that whichever solution you address, you might have unintended consequences, and other situations in relationships might be impacted by that. So like, is your solution going to make other issues worse elsewhere? Then maybe it's not as sound of a solution. Make sure you're discussing that stuff. You need 2 pages in here, APA style. Again, make sure you're using in-text citations and APA style when you're putting that together. Title page, bibliography. Make sure that you're putting your best foot forward there. If you got questions on any of that stuff, make sure you're reaching out. You also have the opportunity to do the end of course survey this week. So if you want to set some time apart, I know everybody's busy, but always appreciate getting feedback on how the course is working for you. I obviously try to do some different stuff with these videos, and I'm always trying to improve in the same way I hope you're trying to improve as students. So if you got anything, you got some time, fill out that end of course survey, and we'll keep rolling towards the end of the course. I appreciate the hard work you put in so far. Good luck this week.